Yo, what's going on, guys? We got a brand new video right here. We got a different angle because we are gonna do something online. We're gonna do a tier list, baby. Yes, not a tier list. I don't want to talk about that right now, but we got a tier list. We're gonna do the most popular shoes. Yeah, so we're gonna do the most popular shoes. I'm gonna rank them on the tier list maker. Not sponsored, by the way. Mine is gonna look a lot different than yours. You can play around with this. I'm gonna put this in the description. You're gonna have a tier list. But yeah, we're gonna do a tier list. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a lot of good shoes here, a lot of like bangers, a lot of older shoes that that used to have its time. I'm gonna rank them all. Let's get it started, baby. Let's get it started on this tier list, boys. So yeah, I've seen this around a lot, tier list. I decided to hop in it. Like when you're with your friends and they're dogpiling each other, you just want to hop in it. Boom. So these shoes are in no order, in any particular order. I just uploaded them. So let's get started with the first shoe. First shoe is the Jordan 1 Low. So the Jordan 1 Low, there's different variations. I'm just gonna tie them in together, but I really like the OG, like how the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows are, like the shape of it. The newer ones with like that weird, I'm talking about, extra leather, extra color right there. The quality on them is kind of garbage. I do like the fit of Jordan 1s. They look really nice with a lot of clothes, easy to put on. Like it's a good shoe. It's a good shoe. It's just that like the newer versions that they put out, I'm not really feeling too much. But I'm gonna have to give this, the Jordan 1 Low, a B. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it like, I think a B is good. I don't know, high or low. Some people, I know some people really like Jordan 1 Lows and probably put it A, but I think B, pretty good for the Jordan 1 Low. So let's get on to the next shoe. Next shoe is the Jordan 3s. So these are no particular colorways. These are just all the models. So Jordan 3s, bulky shoe, classic. It's a classic shoe. It's been around in our lives for so long. It's never gotten out of style. They do not age very well with like the old soles. They crumble a lot. You do gotta wear them. This one's tough because I can rate it the same as the Jordan 1 Low, but I think culturally with the Jordan 3 has a lot of impact. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to give it a B as well. I don't personally wear Jordan 3s. I sold my last pair, which was like the Alma Maniers, just because they're not that comfortable, guys. They're not that comfortable. So I'm gonna give it a B, but it's a high B. It's a high B. Something I've never seen in my classes I've took, a high B. I usually get F's. But let's get on to the next shoe. This is actually a newer shoe. Not a lot. I wouldn't call this a classic. It's a very, run-of-the-mill Yeezy shoe, and it is the 350 V2s. So 350 V2s. I don't have the V1s in here, because there's only like three, four models of the V1s. There's a lot of models of V2s. I don't personally own any V2s. I've done a couple reviews of them. I think they look decent, to be honest. It's just that my style is a little bit different. I feel like it's very oversaturated with V2s right now. And you have to wear like a certain type of outfit. I mean, I remember these were popular when like tech wear and like joggers and stuff were going on, the Fear of God look. I might have to get the Yeezy V2s, especially with like all the colorways that he's brought out. I don't really feel like we told Yeezy's like, hey, we need some color in it, and he'll add some like funky colors. I don't get it. I might have to give the Yeezy V2s a C. It just, you have to have a certain type of outfit for these, and these are very oversaturated right now. I'm gonna give them a C. And we're on to the Yeezy 450. These are very controversial because there's some diehard people with the 450s, dude. People like the 450s. I do not like the shape of them. I think they look weird, especially in the toe box area where they're like crunched up like this. It looks weird, and it kind of curls up too, and the back is all bulging out, man, like some gray sweatpants. I don't like them. I see why people do like them. I would never personally wear these. I don't hate on people for wearing these. These are my opinions. I'm gonna have to give the Yeezy 450s a D. That's the lowest. High, low, it's up to you. But I'm gonna have to give the 450s a D. I remember these were just a mock-up, and then he just eventually released them. Usually how shoes goes, but I think these are should have just stayed in the drawing board. Like, I don't like the whole knitted upper has no structure to the shoe, so it doesn't look good out the box. It doesn't look good on feet either. I don't know, man. So let's just get on to the next shoe, and that is the Air Max. And the Air Max 1. So Air Max 1s, I would deem a classic shoe. It stands the test of time. It's very retro looking. Goes great with a lot of outfits. Your dad might even like this shoe still. Like, I like this shoe. I personally, I don't think I own any more Air Max 1s. I've sold them all, but I would have to give the Air Max 1 an A, because it just goes with a lot of outfits. Stands the test of time. Really dope colorways. Obviously, they do got funky colorways. Also, the Nike by You aspect of it also brings it up too. I don't know. It's a very nice shoe. Classic shoe. I would give it an A. Let's get right on talk about like an S tier. S tier for me, it's hard, dude. Like, it's hard. I think S tier, it had to be like an everyday shoe. Goes great with everything. Goes great beat up, comfortable. So it's hard for me to have an S tier because there's a lot of negatives for certain shoes. So let's get right on to the next shoe. I think these are what are those? Oh, these are Jordan 1 mids. So Jordan 1 mids, very controversial shoe. A lot of haters, a lot of lovers. There's no in-between people. I think I'm one of the in-between people where, like, I don't really care about them too much. Obviously the leather quality on them are pretty goddamn trash. Michael Jordan loves them, but why we listen to Michael Jordan? I know they're his shoes, but this man got no style. He got no style. So I would say Air Jordan 1 mids. They're not a D tier. They got some weird colorways, like I said, like weird colorways, some dope colorways, very few dope colorways, but there's a lot of weird ones. I feel like Jordan 1 mids are for like younger people, maybe in high school, maybe in like early 20s. I don't see myself wearing mids. I'm gonna have to give the Jordan 1 mids a C. I'm gonna give it, I think C's perfect. C's perfect. No high or low on the C or anything. C's get degrees, y'all, but Jordan 1 mids should not be stepping outside to get the degrees. You know, I'm not kidding. Jordan 1 mids, all right shoe. Pretty nice colorways here and there. It does get a lot of hate, but there's some lovers out there, some lovers and friends, and I'm gonna give it a C. I think it's a good rate. So next up, and that is the Nike Dunk Highs. So Dunk Highs, underrated. Usually people love the Dunk Lows. It's in this tier list as well. Dunk Highs are underrated to me. It looks great with like shorts. It looks great with a lot of stuff, like pants over it. Slept on, honestly. I mean, it's still technically slept on because people like the lows. I mean, it still sells out everywhere. Nike Dunk Highs. I like them. I like the color blocking, the two-tone color blocking on a lot of Dunks. I think that's like my favorite color blocking. I personally like it. Do I like it more than the lows? A little bit. I think lows are just easier to put on. These ones you have to kind of like unlace them, and you can't just like shove your foot in there real quick. You can, but the back of it is gonna look all crunched up like a Nissan Altima, dude. So I'm gonna give Nike Dunk Highs a B, but a low B. I'm gonna give it a low B. It's gone back in like the flavor or like in style recently, because it used to be really popping back in, like, you know, back then when Nike Dunk like SBs and like, you know, when they first released retros and stuff. Now they kind of came back in full effect. A lot of people are buying them, but there's that certain time period where no one was buying them. I mean, there's people buying them obviously, but there's like a point in time where you can find Dunks on sale sitting on shelves, and you can make your own Nike Dunk by You without being sold out. So it falls out of like flavor of the month, or flavor in people's minds. And will they stand the test of time later on? I feel like Dunks are actually kind of dying down a little bit. People are pretty selective of what kind of colorways they want, and not having too much Dunks in their collection. It's a cheap shoe, so I understand there's just a lot of Dunks in people's collection, but I don't get the hype about it. Some of them should not be costing $300 to $400, and the quality on them are garbage. It's garbage. That polyurethane they put on her. Shout out to Rose Anvil. Showed us like it's a decent like leather quality, but the polyurethane they put over it is garbage. Yeah. So the polyurethane they put over it is garbage. It doesn't crease up nice. So I would have to give them a B. I think it's good. Low B. Low B. Next shoe is technically a shoe is the Birkenstock Clogs. The Birkenstock Boston. Sorry, Birkenstock Bostons. I'm a personally fan of Birkenstock New York's. Just kidding. I never knew these existed until now. A lot of people did, because all these like influencer people, I'm into fashion, always be wearing these Bostons. I think in like a year or two from now, these aren't going to be hitting the same. I think they are comfortable. I don't own a pair, but they seem like you just easily put them on, walk around, do all your stuff. Post a fit pic with like your iced coffee or something. I would personally put these C. I still like them a little bit. I think they're dope, but they're not gonna stand like the test of time. They're just like popular for right now. I think they're pretty dope, but I'm still giving it a C. I can still get a C. Next, Nike Blazers. Woo! So Nike Blazers are in the kind of same realm as like Dunks, because they're that retro look, and like, you know, there's not a lot of design in them, but they look clean. I personally have bad memories with Blazers, actually, because Nike Blazers are the gym bro shoes, dude. Those dudes that are always forever at the gym, they always be wearing those high top black and white Blazers, and they take forever. And I just have bad experience with these Blazers. I think it's a clean shoe. I think the jumbo Blazer lows are pretty cool as well, very off-white-ish. Off-white Blazers are nice as well, but I might have to give the Blazers a C. They're not a D. Pretty close to it by those, like, you know, past experiences that I had. I personally don't wear any Blazers. I'm gonna have to give it a C. It's not a comfortable shoe either. It looks clean, but it just reminds me of like TikTok guys dancing in the front of TikTok and stuff, and gym bro guys. So I'm gonna have to give it a C. Sorry. Oh, next up in line is the Adidas Ultra Boost. So I am personally talking about like the original Ultra Boost, because like they do have Ultra Boost lines that look real funky, got a lot more boost, looks weird, it looks like, I don't know, they desecrated my boy, man. They desecrated my boy. I personally did own a couple Ultra Boosts. I owned the black, gray, and the white. I still have the white. I don't wear them anymore. They had their time. I thought they were really dope, especially with like when people had the V2s and the V1s, that jogger look, and like I'm saying, Fear God look. I thought they were a pretty dope shoe. People are still buying them up. I personally, my favorite was probably the all white and the cream one. I'm gonna have to give them a C. They have not aged very well. They're still comfortable shoe, like for real. They're still a comfortable shoe, but I think they had their moment. They're not gonna come back. They're not gonna be like a classic or anything. They had their moment. I'm gonna give them a C. I don't wear them. I now I only see like the demographic has changed a little bit. Now I only see like old suburban white moms wearing these now. So I give them a C. Next up in line is the Air Force One. So Air Force Ones, you might be thinking that's a classic shoe, bro. You got to give it an S. But they desecrated my boy. What I'm saying is all of these people wearing some dirty Air Force Ones, all crusty, all mustied up, shoelace tied to the freaking bone, like they're just getting strangled by the Scranton Strangler. It's getting weird. So I'm just saying, like, girls when they wear Air Force One and is beat up, they're an Air Force to be reckoned with. All right, don't mess with them. They probably got hot Cheetos in their hands. Don't mess with them. That's all I'm saying. They're an Air Force to be reckoned with. Like I said, do not mess with them. That would have to bring it down a peg. Personally, I don't wear a lot of Air Force Ones. I only own like one. Not very comfortable shoe, but I remember back in like, you know, early 2000s when it was just popping, dude. Air Force Ones were everywhere, you know, just wearing one, white on whites, you know what I'm saying? I think they're still a dope shoe, honestly, even though what, you know, all these like TikTokers are doing to them. I still think they're a pretty dope shoe. Those wear a lot of outfits. You can't go wrong with white on white Air Forces, right? You can do black on black too, man. Just, you know, be prepared for your mug shots, right? I might have to give these Air Force Ones. I don't personally wear them though, so I don't know if I should give it an A or B. It is a classic shoe. A lot of people do wear them. They don't really, the trend has gone, gone fluctuated a little bit, but they haven't really like, dipped down pretty low. I'm gonna have to give them an A. I'm gonna give Air Force Ones an A. Just a classic shoe. A lot of memories with those in like early 2000s. So I'm gonna give it A. And next shoe in line is the Jordan 2. Obviously, these were never on anybody's radars. I've seen them sitting all the time on malls. Recently, they've gotten a resurgent because people are doing collabs and stuff, making them look kind of nice, right? Like making you actually think like, oh man, Jordan 2's kind of fire, bro. Kind of fire. But where were you? Where were you 2 years ago? Where were you 3 years ago? Huh? Some of you didn't even know these existed. I think my opinion personally has changed a little bit about Jordan 2. I had owned a Jordan 2 way back then. Don't get me wrong. Like I owned the black and white one or black and gray one, all black with like gray hits. My brother gave those to me. I thought those were dope. A very clunky shoe. It, like I said about like dunks and stuff, they kind of, it fluctuates. It goes from either really popular or like somewhat popular, and it dips down to like nobody wearing these. I like what they're doing by putting the Jordan 2s on people's radars. I personally think they're all right shoe. Pretty dope collabs. There is dope collabs, but in terms of the silhouette itself, a lot of people aren't buying these, So Jordan 2s will be a C. I'm gonna give Jordan 2s a C. I know they're like really popular, getting popular right now. I just personally would not wear these. Bulky shoe. I don't think they're that comfortable either, but I'm gonna have to give them a C. But a high C though, a high C. I'm gonna have to give the Jordan 2s a high C. And next up in line is these bad boys, the Crocs, the Crocs clogs. The Crocs clog up your toilet, bro. I'm about to do that right now. I don't like them. I know they're comfortable, but you can be also comfortable and stylish. I don't like them. I think they're way too wide. They look weird. I've always never liked them when I was like growing up either, because they just look weird, dude. Like, I know they're comfortable. Like I said, I know they're comfortable, but they're not stylish, man. I'm not gonna give them a D. I don't hate them as much as the Yeezy 450s. I'm gonna have to give these a C, but a low C. A low C. For all you Croc users out there, I'm sorry. I just don't wear them. I don't hate on you for wearing them. I just wouldn't wear them. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, you Croc users. I'm not trying to think. All right, next up, Doc Martens. These are 1460s, I guess. These remind me of like, like golf girls and stuff. But now that it's changed, and to a lot of people are just wearing Doc Marten 1460 because it's a classic shoe, right? Like, it just a good derby. A lot of people like wearing it, highs and lows. It just reminds me of like angst, like teenage angst, or like, it just reminds me of like Seattle, Capitol Hill too. If you guys ever been there, that's the bread and butter right there. Those Doc Martens, I like them. They look cool. I remember I wanted a pair when like the whole K-pop craziness was going on. I was like, yo, they look pretty dope. They're not comfortable though. I'm telling you guys, those Doc Martens are not comfortable. You gotta break them in. Like, you gotta Mike Tyson them in, right? I'm gonna give it a B. They have stand the test of time. Like, it's hard for like this silhouette to go out of style. I gotta stop hitting this mic. But I'm gonna B. I like them. I wouldn't wear them. They're not comfortable, but I'd rather own other pairs of like boots. Give it a B. Give it a B. Next up in line, Jordan 4. I was going to say breads, but just Jordan 4 silhouette in general. I do like Jordan 4 growing up was my favorite Jordan silhouette. Still is. It's just a lot of nostalgia. I used to own a pair of like military blues, and I still want a pair. Just nostalgia overload busting through my veins right now. And I like Jordan 4 silhouette. Really dope. I like them better than Jordan 3s personally. They're not the most perfect shoe because they're not that comfortable, guys. They're really not that comfortable. You can't walk all day in them, dude. You gotta switch shoes. I would have to give these, like I said, it's very nostalgic, classic shoe. I like the colorways, pretty dope colorways. But they're not an S for me. They don't have the comfortability factor. They hurt my feet. My feet went through like the gulag after wearing like Jordan 4s like for a couple hours. I'm gonna give it an A. Give Jordan 4s an A, but a high A. I really like them. Not comfortable to wear. I'm all about comfortability now, man. I care about my feet. I gotta post them on OnlyFans. Okay. So next up in line is the Jordan 1 silhouette. I was gonna say Chicago. These colorways are messing me up what I uploaded. But Jordan 1s. So Jordan 1s, I never owned one until like they started getting popular, right? Now I own a couple, but it made me appreciate them more now when they got popular. When I've seen them around, you know, everyone had like the Shadows, the Royals, the, you know, the Breads, and I saw them. I was like, they're the cool shoe. People were wearing them with like skinny jeans and all that stuff. It didn't really, you know, pique my interest. But lately, I do like Jordan 1s. I think they're a dope shoe, classic shoe. The comfortability is all right. I mean, you can walk around in them. There's not a lot of like cushioning, but they're not as bad, right, as like a Jordan 4, where like it hurts your toe area. I like them. Would I rate them more than the Jordan 4? Maybe about the same. I think they're the same. They're not S tier. Like I said, like now Jordan 1s used to go for retail. Now they're going for like ginormous amounts. They're not an S though. They're not an S. It's hard for me to rank it an S because, like I said, I wasn't in that train when like I was wearing Jordan 1s before they even. I'm not trying to gatekeep anything, but right now it used to be an S. Like last year when everyone was wearing them, I thought they were so dope. Jordan 1s, they used to be an S, but I think they're just gonna stay at an A now. A lot of people might not agree with this. People think it's an S, bro. It's a classic shoe. It's the first Jordan ever. Got good colorways, but honestly, the hype is just pretty high right now. So I'm gonna give them A, but maybe in the same lane as Jordan 4s, but maybe a little bit less. So, yeah, I won't have to go with the A. Next up in line, Yeezy 700. So these got a lot of hate when they first images leaked. A lot of people were bagging on these, rightfully so. I kind of like Yeezy 700s. I think the silhouette's cool. The colorways that he's done, I'm not feeling though. Like there's only like 2 to 3 colorways I like of the Yeezy 700, and that's like the Magnus, the Wave Runners, and like all the other ones are just like I don't understand them. They got some weird like Rugrats colors, but I think the silhouette's clean. If they had better colorways, I would rate it a little bit higher. I think Yeezy 700s, they're not a classic shoe. They're not gonna be a classic, I feel like, but it's gonna be like a really highly regarded Yeezy model. I can't give it an A. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a low B though. It's like close to a C, but it's like a low B. I had a couple pairs. I like them. I actually like the mauves too. Actually, I like that. Give me a couple inches too, so maybe I'll give it a couple inches too to A. No, I was kidding. Low B on the Wave Run. Next up in line, Yeezy Dunk Low. So these are very hyped. Always sold out, no matter what colorway it is. Panda Dunks is the Disneyland special. Everybody always has those on. Every TikTok girl has it on. I like I like Nike Dunk Lows. I think they look great. Obviously they're super hyped right now. It's the same story as like the Dunk Highs. I like them. They're easy to put on. They look dope with like a lot of outfits. I used to like Nike Dunks when the whole Nike Dunk was crazy with like the pink box and stuff. I never owned a pair, so I give Nike Dunk Lows, I'm gonna have to give it a B. Like I think it's the same vein as like same lane, sorry, as like the Nike Dunk Highs, but just a little bit better. I'm gonna give it a little bit higher rating than the Dunk Highs. I don't know what it was, I forgot, but I'm gonna have to give it in the same lane. I think they look dope, easy to put on the Dunk Highs, but I think they're in the same lane. Next up in line, Yeezy. Oh yeah, Yeezy foam runners. I'm about to call them Wave Runners. I like them. I own one pair. You gotta wear high socks with these. I didn't know about that, and my ankles were screaming for help. And they got like a break-in period too, where like they get a little bit more comfortable. Not everybody's type of shoe. A lot of people are really on the fence about these. You love them or you hate them. I am in the middle still. I don't love them. Like I think they are a bulky shoe and very wide. I'm gonna have to give Yeezy Yeezy foam runners. I like them. They go great with certain outfits. A very specific shoe, right? I'm gonna give it. This is tough. I know that they like a lot of people are starting to like them more because like their palette has changed. This one's tough. I'm gonna give Yeezy foam runners a C plus. I don't own a lot of much pairs. I like the look of them, but I could see why they're not higher for me. I don't see myself owning like a couple pair of these. I do like them. I don't wear them too often, so I'm gonna give it a C. I'm gonna give it a high C plus. Next up, I don't know why I have this on here, but Jordan 6s. So Jordan 6s, there is that target demographic of people like them, that they love Jordan 6s. They stick by it. In terms of like popularity and like classicness or whatever, I mean, they are a classic shoe, very, very iconic. But I don't know. I don't see myself wearing these. I've owned a couple pairs when I was growing up, but I don't see myself wearing them as much, or like owning a pair. I think there's some dope colorways. I'm not trying to desecrate the boy. I just don't wear Jordan 6s. Sorry, all you Jordan 6 users out there, but I'm gonna have to give them a C. But I'm mid C. No high, no low. I don't wear them. Sorry, Jordan 6 users. Next up in line is the Vans Old School. So these, I know people are saying these are classic shoes. They go great. Everything. Well, are you still wearing them right now? Are you still wearing them right now? Right? You got to think about that. Would you rather have these or like a pair of Converse? There goes that question, right? So think about that. Think about that. I like them. Growing up, I gotta stop saying growing up. There's too much nostalgia to these shoes. But I thought they were dope silhouette. You know, I remember when that whole e-boy thing was coming out and everyone was wearing these. I think they are a classic shoe, but they do come in and out of like trends, like the fashion trend, a lot. I don't know if they're gonna go back though, but maybe some later down the line. Usually things do come back. I'm gonna have to give the Vans Old School a B minus. B minus. I think they're cool. I don't know why, but when I think of Vans Old Schools and like when I see older people wearing it, they just remind me like young people. I don't know why, it just reminds me of like young people. I think because like the silhouette makes your feet look smaller. I don't know. I don't know. Next up in line is the 2002 R by New Balances. So these, the hype was rolling for these, you know, with like the protection pack colorways and like all the collabs with like Salehi and stuff. I think the silhouette's cool. It's a decent silhouette. I think I only own like one of these. I like them. Personally, I didn't know about this silhouette until like that whole protection pack came out. I'm gonna have to give these a C plus. A C plus. I think they're in the same realm of like they're hype right now, or like somewhat hype, but they're gonna be almost forgotten about later on. Next up in line is the Yeezy, the Chuck Taylor highs. I know you CDG ones, those artsy guys, the artsy fartsy guys with the heart on the side. I own a pair. I sold them. I like Converse. I think they're a dope colorway, a dope silhouette. Like this can even tie into like Rick Owens Ramones. It's a good shoe, classic shoe. Stands the test of time. People are always wearing them, no matter what kind of trend. It just goes great with like a lot of things. Not an S because they're not that comfortable, guys. You know, they're very flat-footed, not that comfortable. Just all canvas, so no like structural support or anything, or like ankle support. I like them. I do like the Ramones. I do like, you know, I do like Converse. But I'm gonna have to give these a B for the Converse. Not an A because like if they were a little bit more comfortable, I'd probably give them an A. 992s. So 992s. These are the Steve Jobs specials. Actually, I like them. I think they're a very retro looking silhouette. Really dope materials because it's made in USA. That's dope collabs on these as well, like the Chown and like Joe Fresh Goods. Right now they're slowing down on the 992s with like, you know, colorways and stuff. A really comfortable shoe as well. I really like the comfortability of the 992s. I know that they're hyped, and I didn't know about them before they were hyped, but I like the silhouette. You know, when things are hyped, you discover new things. You know, you appreciate them a little bit more, like how like the Jordan 1 is. I'm gonna have to give them an A minus. A minus. It's not as good as these right here, right? As these, I just give it an A minus because like it's very comfortable, dope silhouette, goes great with a lot of outfits, especially what I'm wearing. I'm gonna get an A minus. And boom, next up is these, the Air Force One New Balances. These are comparable, right? Like these are just like people's bread and butter. People love the 550s, dude. I like the 550s. I'm stopping down on like owning a lot of 550s. Only going like one now, but dope shoe, dope like rollout for it. When these first, the aliens first came out, everybody were going crazy about these, so they decided to release more GR releases. You know, for everybody, right? It's for everybody. It's not that expensive. It's for everybody, right? I think they are getting overhyped right now. I mean, but I see why the hype is, because it goes great a lot of outfits. It's a clean looking thing. It's like the New Balance version of like Air Force One, it goes great, right? It's nice colorways, great. But I'm gonna have to give them a B. I'm gonna give 550s like a B minus. I like to shoot. I personally do like to shoot, but they are very overhyped right now. I'm not trying to let the hype speak for what my opinion is, but when the 550s are very hyped right now. That is the tier list. There is no S. I'm sorry, that's unfortunate. I don't personally even know what my S is, but it has to be like the perfect shoe that I would wear every single day. And I don't have that shoe. I'm not a person like wear a shoe every single day type of person. So I don't have an S. I'm kind of sad I don't have an S actually. So that is the shoe tier list. Hope you guys like what I put or like my list. I'm sorry for you 450 users out there and people that are offended. It's just my opinion, man. It's my opinion. I will have a link to this in the description so you can do your own. And that is it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. Peace. I'm out.